Okay, guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Victor, and I'm a Nigerian. I'll be giving you my opinions on different topics on the world of football, you know, from different teams, different leagues. I'll give you my opinions, and updates on different things happening on the world of football. But today, what I want to look at or what I want to talk about today is Madrid's best starting 11 going into the end of the season. I think it is very crucial for us to address this team and the best players going forward. Who do we think, or who do I think, my opinion, who I think should be starting, especially the big games heading into the end of the season. Firstly, let's look at how the season has gone. Obviously, it has been a roller coaster of a season, from getting a new manager, which we've all been asking for, and then him having a very good start at first, beginning of the season. I think we could all say it was a good start. At least we knew that the team we are not connected, with the coach yet, but there was still hope, and he had a good start to the season, and then all of a sudden there was a big slump, and I think we could not address that, which ultimately led to him getting sacked by the club, you know, and then they brought in Mr. Abelua to strengthen the ship. Um, at first, Abelua's tenure or Abelua's start was not the best. Um, Getting out of the Copa del Rey and that was his first match, and then he lost other games in the league, which was very bad, very poor, which saw the team slip from first to second, and then the game against Benfica, which they lost, we had to take them to the playoffs to qualify for the round of 16 of the Champions League. I think he redeemed himself there, with the help of Vinicius Junior. I think we all knew how that game went. It was a big story this season. So I think Abeloa has also tried to steady the ship. I think he has something going with these guys. I think he's building something. And, we saw this against Man City in the round of 16 of the Champions League, dominating them and winning, obviously. And then the win against Atletico Madrid, I think that was a good sign heading towards the end of the season. And then with players like Vinicius speaking form, very important at this stage of the season. I think kudos to Abeloa for helping Vini find his perfect form. But there are other team members that are yet to be fully integrated with this system, this winning system they have now, beating Man City and Atletico Madrid. And I think I would like to offer my opinion on who I think should be getting the start, especially with games like Bayern coming up. And I'll make a few tweaks to the team. Okay, firstly, let's start with the goalkeeper. Of course, we all know that Thibaut Courtois is out. I think this starting 11 should be with players that are fit. So we all know Thibaut is out probably to the end of the season. That is not a good one, but there is still a solid goalkeeper behind him in the place of Lunin, Mr. Lunin, who has been he's a solid goalkeeper. Well, not Thibaut Courtois, but solid. I think that one is a no-brainer. And then for the right back position, I think that one is a no-brainer too. Carvajal is a legend, of course, but his age is catching up to him and recent injuries, and he just got back from an ACL, and he's still getting back to his feet. But since his return, I think he has been exceptional rather. He has been trying. But I think that position goes to Trent, of course. No other person than Trent. Now, this position, centre back, I think Mr. Militao is back from injury. He's back from injury, and that is a good one for the team, a massive boost for the team heading into the end of the season. And I think in that position, when he's fully fit, I think um I think he gets the start. I think he gets to start. Now this position he has to be between Dean Hudson and Rudiger. But I think it's kind of a no-brainer too because no, Rudiger is a solid defender, of course, definitely. He has won a lot of titles, but I think if when Militao is fit, Dean Hudson is fit, Militao is fit. Well, unless depend on the coach or how he sees the game, but I think it has to be Militao. I mean, Dean Hudson. You know, sorry, sorry. I think this position has to go to Mr. Dean Hudson. I think it's a no-brainer. And then these two, I think this is under no-brainer. Is under no-brainer. It definitely, it definitely has to go to Mr. Alvaro Carreras. He has been exceptional. The three signings this season, Carreras, Hudson, and Trent, they've been exceptional for the team. Very good signings, massive boost to the squad. Especially Carreras, he has been very solid all round. Kudos to him. Now, I think I'll go into the attack, which I think is a no-brainer too. Having two of the best, having two of the best attacking players in the world in Mr. Vinicius and Mr. Kiki, Mr. Kylian Mbappe. I think that one is a no-brainer too. Now, this is the most important part of the team I want to talk about. I think this is a make or break aspect of the team. And I have a controversial I have a controversial tweak to do over here in the midfield. Firstly, of course, we have to go to Mr. Chouameni. Chouameni have been massive this season, especially coming to the end of the season now, the kind of form he's in. I mean, this guy is just unplayable. Really massive to the team. I think he gets a nod, definitely, of course. And then Mr. Federico Valverde. It's a no-brainer, of course. It's a no-brainer. Now, the team has been playing a 4-4-2 formation. I think that has helped the team massively, defensively. It is a big plus to the team, this formation. But I would like to do a few tweaks here, and that is bringing this person over here, and it being no other person than Mr. Jude Bellingham. I think he needs to get into the team quickly. This guy is massive. This guy is really good. Attacking wise, defending wise, control of the game. This guy is exceptional. I think he needs to get into the team. The coach needs to find a way to get him to the team. And I think he needs to build an attacking trio with this. I think this needs to be his attacking side. Because if you can remember correctly, you know, um in the last two seasons where Madrid lifted the or last three seasons rather, where they lifted the UEFA Champions League, I think what Mr. Carlo Ancelotti used was Vinny, Bellingham over here, and then Rodrigo. And Rodrigo being out is kind of a blessing in disguise for these three because now the coach can actually try to create a big attacking presence with I think three of the best players in the world. Three of the best players in the world. You know, it has to be like this. He needs to give them a try and a freedom to do whatever they like in the attacking sense. With Bellingham playing over here, I think it would be a massive plus. We remember him playing there in his first season in Madrid, and what he accomplished, being one of the top goal scorers in La Liga, you know, helping the team win a Champions League. I think the coach needs to find a way to bring Bellingham back into that position. Now, this is a position where I have a little controversy because naturally I think that position should go into no other person than Mr. Adagula. That should be the person starting over there, of course. But there is something about Adagula that has not sat well with me for a while. You know, he does not give me a sense of security. There's this sense of security I want right now from this team heading into the end of the season, and not making other teammates suffer on behalf of you. Ada is a very exceptional player, one of the best young talents in the world right now. Very good player. But what I need right here, rather, what I need right here is energy, resilience, somebody who is always running at the ball, especially when the team is not on the ball. Somebody who gives the team a lot of good defensive shape, and help guys like Bellingham and Vinny and Mbappe, not run a lot. We know what Fede can do. We know what Chouameni can do. But Gula is still kind of a weak link in the team because Gula playing, it always leaves holes where Bellingham has to always come tracking back for him. Especially when the teams are attacking up with build up play. When they start building from left to right, you see it's very difficult for these guys to come back and come and help the team. And Gula being not so physical of a player, not always chasing after the ball, he gives the team a weak shape, and it always leaves Bellingham running back. I would not like to see that. Whiting should be getting a start there, and should be giving faith in. I think he has to be Thiago Pitash. Since Abelua brought this kid in, he has been nothing but exceptional, solid player, always helping out his teammates. You always see him, sorry, you always see him running back here to help defense, to take ball from the goalkeeper, to spread it out to his different teammates. He is somebody who can cover for players with his energy, always running after the ball, always chasing after opponents. That's why I like him. That's why I prefer him to Alagula. At the moment, I think he has to be a swap between him and Alagula depending on the games. But I think if you want a more, a midfielder press a lot, a midfielder press up high, always with energy, I think you need to bring him into the team. I think you need to bring him into the team, and that's a big plus for the team. And it also helps to shape the team like this. Vini always coming from the left, and Mbappe in the middle helps somebody like Fede Valverde to freely go upwards, and we have the team looking like this whenever Fede is forward, and Bellingham being the guy who can link up with the three of them. Sometimes it can also be like this. Somebody who can link up with the three of them. Now we have these two guys who are always with energy. Peter's always wanting the ball on his feet, finding his players, never holding the ball too long on his leg, and always chasing, always running, always chasing after his opponents. I think this should be the best lineup, heading into the end of the season. I think this lineup provides the team with a more solid look, and defensively it can always go back into a 4-4-2 formation. You can always go back with these guys, holding the line, cutting through balls to these guys, Vini and Mbappe making forward runs. Well, this is just my opinion. I know a lot of people will not agree with it, but I think this formation or this group of players need to be given a start. The coach needs to try this. I think this helps our team a lot. And I think with this, we can defeat any team, even Bayern, even Barca, even Barcelona, rather, heading into the end of the season. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.